Hi everyone. So today it's just me and Mark. Mark's our camera guy. Mark, do you want a mic?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna give Mark access to talk today. He has speaking privileges today. So Charlotte, we always mention, we do have full-time jobs here at the dealership. We're not just media. I'm a salesperson, and Charlotte is also a finance gal. So duty calls, she has to work. If you didn't see the title already, we are doing the beautiful 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz Ultimate. So this is the top of the line model for the Santa Cruz in Canada. We're going to be showing you just what this vehicle has to offer. I want to call it a truck, but it's a sport adventure vehicle. It is amazing. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do, but we drove it back from our Hyundai dealership, and it is a ton of fun. So we're going to go through everything today: features, appearance, styling, everything. Now, we always start off our lives with kind of an ad. If you are watching in the future, so you're not live with us, all you got to do is skip to the 3-minute mark. That's when we're actually going to get into the vehicle and start the actual walk around. I'm sorry if you hear the car in the back. We just have the lights running. So if this isn't your first time here, you know the spiel already. So we have 3 dealerships. I work at Kia, and that's where we film. So right now we're at our Kia dealership. You may see their trailer in the back right over there. But we also film Hyundai, and the reason for that is we are part of a dealer group. So Brantford Kia, Brantford Hyundai, and Owen Sound Hyundai. If you are in the Ontario province, any of our dealerships would be happy to help you out throughout the purchase of your Kia or Hyundai vehicle. If you do want to work with Kia, I can actually help you out myself, as I am a salesperson. Mark, do you have anything to add for our entry spiel?
I did drive it, and there's some things I like, some things I don't like.
So we'll get into all of those today. Next, we'll show you how to join our lives if this is your first time. So you want to go to the Kia Hyundai channel. So if you're watching this in the future and you want to catch our next live, every Monday and Thursday at 2 p.m. we go live. So go to the Kia Hyundai channel on YouTube, hit refresh at 2 p.m. My laptop is extremely slow, so it might take a second. Don't mind the fingerprints either. Oh my gosh. Every fan can. There we go. So you'll see live, we have the 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz Ultimate video right over there. And throughout the live, if you have any questions or comments, or if you just want us to go over something again, let us know in the chat box. We do have a live chat going so we can see it, and provided if we see it, we can answer your question or show you whatever you want to see again. Now we are approaching the 3-minute mark, so we are going to get into our little walk around, show you the vehicle. That's what everybody wants to see. First, I'll go over the price point of the vehicle as well too. So like I mentioned earlier, this is the 2022 Ultimate. So price point is $47,854 Canadian, and that's for the 2022 pricing. I believe they will switch over to 23 shortly. Power and everything we will get through when we do our walk around, and I'm just going to hand the camera over to Mark, and we will start. There we go.
There we go.
All right, so we have under the hood, it's a little bit dirty. We have a 2.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine. It's shared with the K5 GT, the Sorento SX, even the Santa Fe. I wanted to call it the Santa Cruz. Obviously, this is the Santa Cruz. So that output is 281 horsepower, 311 pound-foot of torque. It is a ton of fun to drive. So although it is based off the Tucson kind of platform with a box, of course, it handles like a car. It has the performance of a car. It's a lot of fun. This specific trim line has all the bells and whistles, all the features. The transmission is an 8-speed wet-type dual-clutch transmission. So that's what aids in the sportiness of the vehicle, the sporty feel. Your shifts are going to be sporty. The all-wheel drive is H-Track, so that's Hyundai's all-wheel drive system. It also has terrain mode, so including snow, mud, and sand. You'll notice we have beautiful LED lights. So they're actually integrated into the grille. You see it kind of match with these chrome or dark chrome pieces there. Beautiful fog lights down there, so all LEDs. There's not one light in here that isn't an LED. We'll come around to the side. These are 20-inch machine finished alloy wheels that are exclusive to the Ultimate trim line. One thing I always like pointing out on the Santa Cruz, if you look at the wheel wells over here, there's a little Santa Cruz. I think that's so cool. That is literally so cool. Come around to the side. This color is called sage green. I'm not too sure how green it's picking up on camera, but or sage gray, sorry. In person, it is very much more green than gray, I would say. We have a little camera in our mirror. That's because it has blind spot monitoring, and that works with a full 360 camera. We'll show you that when we get inside. 4-door truck. And then this is your box. We're actually going to do a full demonstration of everything that is in your truck bed. It is actually very, very cool. So we'll get back to this when we come back around. You can check out those LEDs. Then Santa Cruz badging along the back. Even your trunk or tailgate latch says Hyundai. It has a soft kind of touch button over here to put it down, but we're going to do it through the remote, so the key fob. Fuel tank is on the left side of the vehicle, and then we got a full walk around. All right, is there any questions or comments yet, Mark?
People were asking what the red convertible is.
What the what?
What the red convertible is.
Oh, that's a Porsche 944S. Pretty cool. So let me close this up. Oh, there we go.
Oh, John says, I think Kia should give a Kia Stinger GT with the big Brantford Kia logo on the back. It'd be great driving advertising.
For me, right? Like for me to drive. If it's for me to drive, I am so with that. That is a great idea. Okay, came back here to get my keys because I want to show you the bed. Let's take a look. So, of course, this isn't a huge, like, 8-foot bed, but there's a lot that you can do with it, and it's all standard on the Santa Cruz. So there are, there's the, I believe it's the Trend package, and there's one below that as well, too. There's a couple different options, but the great thing is you get all these features in it. So I'm going to show you the key fob first. You have your lock, your unlock, your panic button, your hold with a little truck on there. It doesn't look like a Santa Cruz, though, so that's something that's a little bit disappointing. And then your remote start, so you can actually start it from your key fob or from the Blue Link app on your phone. So I'm just going to hold that, drop the bed down. It's a soft open bed. That is so cool. And then for the tonneau cover, this is going to be a little rough for me because the bed is still wet, but we're going to make it work. I also want to show you on the side here, you do have standard side steps, so to make it easier to get in and out of the truck bed. You got some circles here. Use that as drink holders, cup holders, then just your regular bed there. This tonneau cover, it is lockable, so you can lock or unlock it. There we go. And it slides nice and neat into that little canister right over there. I am going to hop in. You don't have to show me coming in. In boots, this is pretty fun. Okay, so in here, I'm going to show you the cleat system. So there's an adjustable cleat system to use as your tie down. So you have 6 tie downs, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, 6. So 1, 2, and this is the adjustable one. So you can actually slide it to wherever you'd like it to be on the truck. I can't unhook it right now. I'm a little bit weak. And then you have another one up at the very start of the bed. You also have your rear window. So you can open that up, pretty functional, very truck-like. And all of this is waterproof, of course, so you can spray it down. The actual tonneau cover itself, it's capable of holding 220 pounds. The footsteps themselves, I believe it's 450. So just to hold your weight up to get in and out of the truck. And then another thing I want to show you. I hope I get hazard pay for this. I'm joking. Over here, you have a little icon that says open. I'm going to open it. So let's see. There we go. Give it a lift. That is not only just a storage container, it is waterproof. So if you're going camping and you need to put your cold groceries or whatever it may be there, throw it there. If you go fishing, I don't know, you got bait in there. I love to fish, so that's what I'm thinking. And it has a drain plug, so after you're done, it's muddy, like even muddy boots. You can have it there, spray it down with a hose, and then drain it. Anything you have to clean up, super, super easy. Close this again. And then every light in your truck bed is an LED, so it's going to be a little hard to see. Of course, you have your regular trailer light. It's not trailer light, but bed light, so that's going to be integrated over there. And then you have 2 side-mounted ones over here. So it's actually so new, it's still got the plastic on it. Sorry, I had to do that. And then also on the side of the bed, we have 2 little storage containers, so storage cubbies. So you can use this pin to move it and open them. And then you can store whatever you'd like. I'm going to close the bed. Let me know what you guys think of the color of the Santa Cruz, by the way. Do you like it? Do you not so much like it? I do know the Santa Cruz has a lot of funky colors, so we also have a tan, almost like a ghost gray as well too. Then you can see your more steps there. The towing capacity is 5,000 pounds, so that's another thing to note. You can throw a hitch on here and actually tow with it, whatever your heart desires. We'll come around to the side.
We got some questions.
Sure, what are they?
Does this use any locking differentials?
I believe it does. I'm gonna have to double check that. Sorry, to my core, I am Kia. I work at Kia, but I will double check that for you guys.
And any talk of them making this in a PHEV?
Nothing confirmed yet, but it would be nice to see it as a PHEV. That'd be pretty cool.
They like the color.
Mm-hmm.
Any word on the availability?
Availability, I do not know. So that's one thing. If you guys are looking for a Santa Cruz, I definitely recommend getting in touch with our Hyundai dealerships. I only know the availabilities for the Kias because that's what I sell and that's what we have. We just get their vehicles to film. So I'm sorry, I don't have the answer to that question. I don't know. But let's take a look inside. So this is the black leather option. There's also a dark green leather option. So beautiful leather seats. They're powered with lumbar support. You got some nice piping on the sides as well too. So I just want to show you guys that real quick. Almost like a diamond pattern on the pipe. And then into your seat, I really like when Hyundai does this. You have a hard kind of material there with chrome along the sides. It adds to the styling. It looks very sleek. I quite like it. I'm going to hop into the vehicle real quick just to show you what it looks like with me in here. And like I mentioned earlier, this is the ultimate package, so it has everything, all the bells, all the whistles, premium sound system. So in this case, it is Bose. So I'll have Mark take a look over there. Premium sound system extends to the back as well too. Over here, you have your mirror adjustments. So they are heated electric powered mirrors, so you don't actually have to manually move them. That's long gone. So I don't even have to say that anymore, but you never know. Automatic windows for driver and passenger, and then just regular windows in the back, as well as window locks for your children. They are obstacle detecting as well too. And one thing I really like about Hyundai, sometimes they go a little bit more extra with their interiors. So I really like this piping along the side, or that kind of streak. So it has a mix of piano black and some chrome, satin chrome, I want to say as well too. Over here, we have our brightness selector to adjust the brightness of your displays. Here is your trail or your bed light, so I can press that, and at nighttime or whenever you need light back there, it's going to actually do almost like a projection light. That's what I want to say. You know when you're, I don't know, it's a movie premiere and they got all the spotlight. There we go, a spotlight on your bed. Okay, traction control, that's going to be your off switch. On your actual light shifter or light stock, I really like how they added this kind of three-dimensional design onto it, so you can play around with that, turn your lights on, off, whatever it may be. There's no actual adjuster for just your fog lights, which I found a little bit weird, but hey, whatever. You also have automatic high beams. So what that does is, if you're driving on a dark road, it's going to sense, hey, she needs her high beams, or he needs his high beams. So it'll turn them on, and then if it senses another car or city lights, just enough light that you don't need high beams anymore, it'll shut them off completely. So you never actually have to play around with your high beams. On your steering wheel, you'll notice you do have paddle shifters. So this is the 8-speed wet dual clutch transmission. So you can actually manually select it yourself. You can also do it here from the gear stock itself. So if I was in drive, I can bring this down all the way to drive, tip it over to the left, and then manipulate this either forwards or backwards to upshift or downshift. So pretty cool. On your steering wheel itself, I really like how Hyundai they don't have boring steering wheels, which is very nice. The design continues with that chrome garnishing, and then you have these two little handles here that you can drive like this. You can drive however you want. And the steering wheel is heated. Seats are heated and ventilated, and also in the back as well too. Here you have a beautiful 10.25-inch cluster, so that's going to show you your driving info, your speed, everything. I'm going to have Mark join me in the car first before we show that, so it doesn't beep.
And people are asking, what's the size of the bed?
I'll have to get the actual measurements out.
Yes. And is there a spare tire?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Sorry guys, I know all the tech and all the features, but the measurements of the bed, Not exactly sure. I believe I have the measurements in millimeters anyway. All right, Mark. So I'll have Mark actually hop in. Turn the fan down a little bit so it's not too noisy. So last I spoke, we were talking about the cluster right over here. So now you can actually see it on. Really, really cool displays. So those gauges are going to change based off what drive mode you're in. Now, if you don't want it to change, you can actually turn that feature off. So it's just set at whatever gauges you like to look at. But I want to show them. So you'd go to drive mode right down here. So you see drive and terrain. Not too sure how well it's picking up on camera. I'm going to click drive, and then to cycle, you use this little dial here. So I'm going to bring it down into sport mode. And you can see they changed to red. They look a little sporty. It looks like there's carbon fiber in the center. Move it down to smart mode, and you see it goes back to white. So normal and smart have that regular white, kind of more smart looking, I want to say, eco-friendly display. And then when we go into terrain mode, we can actually cycle again too. And you see snow mode has the white ones. Mud and sand all stay the same as well too, but it's going to change the way the all-wheel drive system operates. So it's going to give you a 50-50 torque split in snow mode, or sorry, not snow mode, mud mode and sand mode. Now, what else you can see on this display? Let's turn the engine on for just a second. So let's say I'm driving, I'm merging lanes on the highway, I put on my left turn signal. I have a camera in my left blind spot. Now I do it to the right, exact same thing. So it makes driving very, very easy. Of course, you still want to do your shoulder checks and everything, but it is a great feature to have. That's available on this trim level only. Let's turn the engine off again real quick and turn the electrical back on. Here in the center, you have the exact same size screen, but this is going to be, sorry about the beeping, every time I turn it on, it'll do that. Seatbelt's not on. So this is going to have your navigation, it's going to have your Bluetooth settings, it's going to have your driving features, everything. So this is very personalized. Right now it's on guest because this vehicle isn't owned by anybody. It's the test drive demo. So we'll slide it over to the right. We'll open up our map, give her a second to load. There we go. So you have your regular GPS. You can save whatever addresses you want in there. It just operates like a regular nav system. This is generally the same as Kia's 10.25 inch display system, except the icons look a little bit different. So it's a lot more blue. Hyundai has Blue Link rather than Kia Connect. They operate the same way though. You do have all your media systems. You have Sirius XM, Bluetooth audio, sounds of nature, everything. Even quiet mode, which just mutes the speakers to the back. Down here, I don't know if I love this or if I hate this. It's pretty cool though. Here we go. So we have our climate control. It's actually buttons built onto the screen. So they are soft touch buttons, I would call them. That's the word. And then you can do it automatic climate control, 3 different levels. It's whatever works best for you, or turn it off. I think it's fingerprint galore, so that's something I don't love, but it looks pretty cool. You also have USB down there, so that's going to be just your regular media USB. If you want to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you actually have to plug in your phone with a cord. It's not wireless in this bigger screen here. Down here, you do have a wireless phone charger, so you just drop your phone in there, and if it's compatible with wireless charging, it'll charge no problem. And then another USB for regular charging with a cord. So we got that. Here's just your cup holders. So I like how they're squared because I think it accommodates a couple more different cup shapes. You never know what kind of cup shape you have. Just your gear shift, so your regular park, reverse, neutral, drive mode and terrain modes, which I touched on. And then to actually select a mode, you use this toggle. I don't love that compared to Kia. I think Kia's is a little bit easier to use. And if you haven't seen it before, essentially it's a little circle dial that you just turn for drive modes, and then you press down and turn for terrain modes. I think it's a little bit more user-friendly, but then again, this is something I'm just not used to, so that's probably why. You have downhill assist right over here, your parking cameras, which I'll display. So I'll just push that down, and you can see on our main dash, now we can see our full 360 camera. So you can see that there's a car there, you can kind of see Teddy, you can see the truck, and then you can see right behind you. Now, if I want to change views, I totally can. If I press here, that's going to be my side view cameras, so the cameras that are built on my mirrors. And then we also have, I like to call it the hitch camera. So if you're backing into something, or even if you're just trying to get as close as possible to a wall or another vehicle behind you, this is probably the best camera to use because you get a total like top-down view of it. Speaking of top-down, sunroof. Not top-down, it's not a convertible, it's not like the Porsche over there, but we do have a functional sunroof. And then we can open it up. making sure no water spills down here because we did take it to the car wash right before. Close it, and then also if I push it up like a button, it will tilt open. So pretty cool there. All our interior lights are LEDs, so you can kind of see them now. At nighttime, they're much more bright. Right now, it's not as impressive, but. And then speaking of interior lights, you do have interior ambient lighting. So you have 64 different colors to choose from. You can kind of do custom colors, set the intensity, whatever you like best. And during the day, you don't really see it, but I mean, we can probably show you there. I don't know if you see it's kind of lit up blue, but you could set that to green, pink, blue, orange, whatever color you like. Any questions coming in?
0 to 60 time, but I think someone already answered it with 6.1 seconds.
Yes, so 0 to 100 is what we typically go by in Canada, and it's 6 point something. Yeah, I don't have the exact point right now, but it's 6 point. Here we have our ventilated seats, so 3 different levels, and our heated seats, same thing, driver and passenger. Heated steering wheel, like I mentioned earlier, and your beautiful glove box. Sorry, I forgot the word for a second. So it's quite deep, and it's a fairly decent size, I would say, for a glove box. Mark will show you guys the storage compartment. Oh my gosh, no, this is the glove box. This is the glove box. This is the center console. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. I was with a customer right before this live, and I'm just all over the place today. Now we'll close that up and show you the back seats.
Horsepower and how much can it haul?
5,000 pounds towing capacity. Horsepower is 291, I believe, and torque is 281, and torque is 311 pound-foot.
And someone is asking the Seltos what the wait time is.
The Seltos?
What would be the least wait time?
If you're looking for a Seltos with the quickest turnaround time, it's typically the LX, either front wheel or all-wheel drive. Occasionally we do get a couple EXs, but right now it's all based off of allocation. So if you are looking for one, we definitely recommend you give us a call. We typically ask for a deposit just to get you next on our list to receiving one of our allocated Seltoses. Okay, back to the Santa Cruz now. So we'll have Mark come on in. We have our beautiful seats right over here. Our oh, this doesn't have the fold down thing. I was about to say we got our armrest and cup holders, but we don't have that here. Your cup holders are on the side. You have your window controls. We have 2 USBs built into this center console here, and then we do have rear climate control, so that's nice. That's great to have. I was about to call this a cargo net. A cargo net built onto the backs of your seats, and you have for driver and passenger. So that's about it for back here. You still got your speakers and everything. LED light back here. Your handles, I don't want to say what kind of handles they are, but you know what kind of handles they are. We can manually open this. I can't do it right now. Can't really see. There we go. Then you got a little bit more brightness and some air in the back. Now all these seats, they do have car seat anchors, so that's quite good. And they're actually quite comfy. So not the most legroom compared to, let's say, a Sorento or a Santa Fe, but it's doable for sure.
Charlotte
comfy.
is asking, is there room to fit all your fishing gear?
Like our Charlotte?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would say.
And also, people are saying thank you. Someone commented, the front seat, the plastic trim seems to dig into your upper back when you adjust your body into the seat.
I didn't feel that. Let's try it again. So I think they mean this plastic up here, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just how
The headrest gets in the way.
Yeah, the headrest gets in the way, so that protects you. And then also, I think my shoulders are too low for it to be a problem for me. I don't know. Like, Mark, you're taller than me. Let's switch. You try.
And Nana is asking, is there an option to add a armrest?
I don't believe so. That's typically not an option we have.
No, my shoulders, my back doesn't even touch the upper plastic bit.
Yeah, so I don't think that would run into an issue unless you have a very different back or you sit a very specific way. All right, let's head back to our little TV screen. We'll go through some of the
Oh, he
questions.
says lift up a little bit.
Like lift yourself up a little bit.
Like, yeah. Lift ourselves up?
Lift ourselves up, question mark? Mark, you try. Let's Mark's gonna be our
Oh,
demo
sorry.
because he's more like a regular person.
Not?
Well, you're taller, so you're a better person to show us.
Like literally lift myself up?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Is there an available cover for the bed? You do have a cover, so it has a built-in tonneau cover. If you missed it, go to the beginning of this video. We showed us closing it. So this retracts all the way here. It lifts, or it's capable of holding up to 220 pounds. Example, reaching in your back pocket to grab your wallet. I don't know.
Reaching into your back pocket.
Okay, we're making Mark do the most here.
I don't even put my wallet in my back pocket.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can leave us a like for Mark demonstrating every life thing.
Oh, yeah, like a little bit.
A little bit, yeah,
Like
but
if
not.
when I'm reaching for my wallet,
Yeah,
my shoulder does hit it a little, or my back does hit a little bit.
but that's not regular driving.
No.
Okay, so maybe in those circumstances, yes, but not for an average drive. So let's head back to our little safe place. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Sorry, guys. We're still working out kinks with a whole filming thing. I'm losing my mind without Charlotte here. Charlotte, if you're watching this, baby, I miss you. Is there an option to get accessories like bike racks, or would we have to go third party? Hyundai does offer a couple accessory options. You would have to go to Hyundai's website or your local dealer's website to see everything they have. Alternatively, though, you could go third party if there's something specific that you need. There's Grant.
Oh, this is live video?
Yes, it is a live video.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that, eh?
It happens. Bye, Grant. You guys can tell this is truly live. Not so much of an annoyance, just something that could be improved on. Sure. Let's see. Do you guys have any questions about the Santa Cruz? Anything else in the Santa Cruz, not just the seat?
About the trunk bed, apparently, with the gate open, it's 74.8 inches.
Okay.
And then the bed width is 53.9 inches.
Okay. Mark, you are doing a great job with camera and questions. Thank you for the Mark love.
The only problem is I'm too tall.
Oh, I'll move this back a little bit. There we go. See if you can stand up straight now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that works. I love the Santa Cruz. I own it for 2 months. Awesome. We have a couple in the Brantford area, and every time they drive by, I'm like, that's such a cool truck. Someone said something about leather pants. Did your leather pants get stuck with leather seats? They did not. What is the MSRP? So MSRP in Canada is $47,854. That's what it starts at, and then there's freight and air and everything. That is 2022 pricing though, so that's what's going to be a little bit different. Someone said, bring Peter back, please. Peter has moved provinces. Peter will not be back here. He is very far away, but he does do YouTube videos still if you want to watch his videos. So
I'm so pleased with the way you guys have progressed with the channel.
thank you.
You mean the editing?
The editing, if it's the editing, and that's all Mark, but yeah. Good midnight. Hi Hyundai Kia Hi Kia Hyundai channel. Yes. It's like an exact copy of the Tucson, but with an exposed back. That's exactly what it is actually. So it's built off of the Tucson, but with the open bed. So it's a little bit more versatile depending on what kind of stuff you do. If you do care more about fuel efficiency though, and you're not fishing or whatever you may be with a truck, the Tucson would be the way to go. I do have to say though, this handles a lot like a car for being a truck. It's fun to drive. It handles very well, turns well. It's fun. That's all I have to say. Hyundai is showing prices for the 2023 Ioniq now. Is Kia and Hyundai opening their order books? Ordering bank is still closed for Kia at this point. Way to go, Mark. Something we got. Let's see. All right, we'll wait a couple more minutes for a few more questions. Other than that, is there anything else you guys want to see again on the vehicle before we kind of close off. Because this is not something we typically have on our lot. We went to go pick this up this morning. So if there's anything you want to see, ask now. Well, we have it here.
I did drive it back.
Yep.
And you don't get the same feeling as when you're in a truck. In a truck, you
Yeah.
feel almost superior because you're so high off the ground.
Yes.
This one, you're not as high off the ground, and it kind of doesn't feel as truck-esque.
It definitely, that's why I say it handles like a car. I drive trucks very often. Yeehaw. And very much that's how it feels. It doesn't feel a lot like a truck. A baby truck, yes, someone said that. But although, like, that's not to say, like, this isn't just get a real truck kind of thing. No, this is just a different idea, different needs. So let's see what else. I bought my Limited a couple weeks ago. A couple of issues with the back window rattling, going over bumps, and also the backside driver. The upper headliner that wraps around the rear window has a finger gap between the window and headliner upholstery. Oh.
Wait, where's the finger gap?
Finger gap.
The window and a
Headliner upholstery. Take it back to your dealership. See if they could do something about it. Mark or Teddy, who's the father? The father of what? Baby truck. Do you think the bed is too small? What do you think?
I think it's respectful for the overall size of the vehicle.
Yeah, I think if you are buying a truck based off of bed size, you probably, what you need to do with your truck isn't something this vehicle would offer you. However, if you're, I don't know, you like camping, you like, I don't know, sports, this would work. Do you know what I mean? If you're towing, this isn't your thing. If you're pulling like
a full-size trailer.
A full-size trailer, this is not your truck. This is definitely not your truck. You need a bigger truck. So passenger side is flush. We'll do. All right. I think we should do another walk around of the truck. Hi from Nova Scotia. I missed the most of the video. What's the towing capacity? 5,000 pounds. Mark, do you want to do a quick walk around? And I'll check through any questions we may have missed. What are your thoughts on the 20-inch wheels, guys? Do you like them? Do you love them? When is Kia coming out with the truck? So I don't know if Kia is going to do a truck simply because we have a van. Hyundai doesn't have a van at this point. So there's a couple of vehicles we have that they don't have, and there's a couple of things they have that we don't have. Have you had U.S. customers purchasing in Canada to bring back? Is that allowed? Unfortunately, we can only sell to you if you have a Canadian address. So we cannot, if you just live in the States, we cannot sell. It's part of our franchise agreement. Someone, Groot said they like the color. I'm glad Groot approves. It's a very earthy color. You guys like the wheels? I gotta say, the styling on it, I think it's top notch. It is stunning. Stunning, stunning.
And you can see the spare tire.
Yep, so spare tire just underneath the vehicle. You can fit so many ice cream cakes in that back. Well, funny thing about that, and I'm so glad you mentioned it, the storage compartment in the bed is waterproof. So you put ice in there, you can put tons of ice cream cake back there and keep it refrigerated. That is nuts. That's what we're doing with trucks nowadays. Thanks, Mark. Getting rid of my 20-inch wheels and tires and going with 18-inch with Falcon AT tires. Okay. All right. I think that's just about it for our live today. Santa Cruz versus US trucks. Yeah, I gotta say, for me and my needs, I would say this truck would cover all my bases. I'm not someone, I don't do like lawn work or yard work or physical work ever. So I wouldn't need to put a lot of stuff in my truck. The most I would do is my bicycle in the truck bed, my fishing stuff, obviously. Mark, is this a truck that would work for you?
Not for me personally, but it's for a certain type of person.
Yeah.
That person is not me, unfortunately. But if they come out with a bigger truck,
yes,
like the Tundra, that'd be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, so you're thinking more of like a half-ton truck.
Yeah.
So exactly it. There's a reason why people get the Tacoma as opposed to the Tundra and stuff like that,
you.
right?
For
bringing.
What?
Good shirt, Mark. They
Yeah.
like it. You spelled Mark right too, which is
Yeah.
great. Mark's gonna love that. But yeah, that is it for our review today. Let us know. This will be posted as a regular video, so you can leave comments on there as well too. And don't forget, we will be going live tomorrow at 2 p.m. So it's going to be our bonus live, and we're going to be talking about. Someone said, "Is this thing electric?" No, this one's just gasoline. Not hybrid at this point either. So tomorrow we're going live at 2 to talk about the Nero EV ordering process. So if you're in Ontario and you are looking to order an EV, a Nero specifically, you definitely want to watch that video because it is going to be cutthroat for ordering. All right, that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.